Hello, Mohab,
Hello, I'm Christian.
Hello, I'm Jeffrey.
I'm Michael.
Hi, I'm Tara.
and our project is called the Oakland Event Hub. Our project is going to be about a platform that Oakland University students can take advantage of to view and register for the latest events happening around campus and also network with new students. We felt like that was a feature that was kind of missing from what we have at Oakland University, so we thought it was a good idea that we work on this. The scope for our project is going to be consisting of database development and data structures, weekly report deliverables with system diagrams, UI, UX, and then front end development, and then quality assurance testing. Some skills that's going to be required for our project is going to be UI design, mobile and web development, database management, and data structures, and then lastly, QA testing. And then for our timeline, is going to be just a little over a month. And then for the deliverables, by the end of the project, we aim to deliver a polished project report with thorough analysis, detailed pseudocode, and a well-structured event database system with a visually pleasing UI. For our business case, the main objective is going to be to develop a tailored event management application for Oakland University with a potential expansion that other universities can use as well. Um, some benefits is going to be a streamlined hub for all student events, promoting engagement and networking with new students. Some features is going to be ratings and reviews for each event that students can leave after attending. An event addition tool, which is if staff or students can add their own events um, so that other students can view, and then also group chats that are specific to each event where students can discuss some stuff about the event before it happens, and then the ability to share events with other people. The team structure is going to be consisting of two backend developers, two UI front end developers, and then one team leader. For the SWOT analysis, the strength is going to be a clear scope, well-defined goals for planning and execution. Usability is going to be a useful application that the university can use, and the potential for a large user base. And comprehensive includes both mobile application and a desktop website. Some weaknesses is going to be the biggest one is going to be time constraint. We only have a little over a month, so that limits us to using only UI mockups and pseudocode. And then the skill requirements. Not everyone here is familiar with the skills that we're going to be using for this project, such as a lot of backend development, and then database structures and stuff like that. Um, and for the opportunities, engagement is going to be one of them. We have the potential to increase student participation and networking in campus events, and then the growth that more and more students can use this um, if they love it. And then for the threats, the biggest one in any application is going to be always privacy and security. We have to keep the user data as secure as possible. And then it's going to be adoption and participation. Those go hand in hand. Um, we need more users to use this application to figure out its flaws and to find the good things in it as well.
The diagram here shows the main use cases that we've developed. There are four main actors or users that we identified who will be interacting with the system. The first user or actor is the college student, and they serve as the actor whom our system is designed for. They will be interacting with the system by searching, viewing, and registering for events. They will also have the ability to filter events when searching and can rate/review and recommend events. The event organizers will be the ones creating, editing, and deleting events. They will also need to be able to see who has registered for their event as well as any ratings or reviews made. The system admin will be responsible for authenticating users, managing the system and database in its entirety, and also maintaining security. The supervisor admin will focus on managing all of the other actors or users. Here we have an example of an activity diagram for one of our use cases, the rate review events use case. In this use case, the student wishes to rate or review an event that they attended. The student begins this process by first logging into the system. They then select the event that they want to rate or review. The system responds by pulling up the window used for rating and reviewing. Next, the student inputs their rating or review and clicks the Submit button. The system completes the process by recording and displaying the rating or review so that other users can see it.
So next, the database has an overall structure, which is described like this. So the event ID is everything that is needed for an event to be described. It has the date, time, place, such as that. The user ID is password, and username. It's the overall data that you need to signify the user. The create event uses the event ID. It's all the needed parts of the event to be described to the user. The register for event uses both the create event and the user ID. The user ID is given to the event, so you fill a spot.
Okay, and for the APIs, the API will have a section to add events, which includes date, time, and location, and such as. It will allow the users to add or delete events from their databases or their calendars. In other words, you may be able to store events into the database and request changes to the events. You can also see other events stored in the database and be added to them, or create your own for others to add from. In the future, our API will be able to connect to Oakland's events and the calendar for people to see and add to their database, so they can also join those events, or they can just see it just so they know what's going on in the future.
For the user interface design, I chose readability and navigation, since I have added a clear navigation and readable text for all users, just as type, size, and color. I choose consistency across platforms such as a phone and laptop device. Closure user dialog, so your user can exit from the app or log out from the website. I choose a human interface object, since I have added a multiple menu and button and so on. For the UI mockups, I use Figma to design a website and app for Oakland Event Hub. I have added a lot of features that can be used for students to use. For the color theme, I use the brand identity color of OU for the navigation part. For create account or signed up, I included a clear call to action button and user field for necessary information such as a option of rule and so on. I also added a clear navigation to clear all the information, and the button shortcut menu for a user to navigate and access important features. So I include the home, my event, notification, browse, event, and profile. I also add a map and rate and review. A student also can receive a notification. They can access setting, events shown, and they can also apply filter. I also added a batch preview page feature to provide a user with a way to navigate back to previous screen or view.
So we only have about 3 weeks left, which is not a lot of time, but there is still a lot of work to be done for this project, and we want to do a lot more work in those 3 weeks than we have done. So some we have here some points that stuff that we want to keep working on. The first one is going to be more backend development. That's going to be one of the biggest ones. Um, that's going to be to expand on the pseudocode that we currently have, and then also start using SQL to manage the database and ways that we have to store the events. And then also design in general. We want to make the UI look more modern, more visually pleasing for the user, and able to flow better. And then we also need to keep creating more system diagrams, expand on the current ones that we have right now, and make them more detailed. And then for the deliverables, well, obviously we have three more weekly deliverables that we need to do. We need to start working on the final report and expand on our current documentation to include all the stuff that we did for the next 3 weeks. And then overall, we all could be communicating better as a team. And the biggest thing that we need to communicate on for the future is going to be time management and how we're going to divide the task correctly.